Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for some of that inspiration and motivation to help you moving forward in the right direction so you could achieve your goals and dreams in 2019. Now, I know this is, I guess you could say, sort of late since it's already been, a week has already passed since 2019 has started, but I figured, for anyone who maybe you got some, goals set up and, you are looking to change something in your life this year. Maybe you're looking to change a specific routine. Already seeing someone tuning in. What's up, Taylor? Just seeing you tuned in there. Anyways, I thought I'd come on here and talk about my 3 tips to achieving your goals and, dreams in 2019. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and get right into things. So the very first tip, and this is very important, is you got to get clear on what it is exactly that you want. See, most people go through life and they kind of just go with the flow. You know what I mean? Like, they don't exactly know what it is that they want. They don't know what type of lifestyle they want to live. They just kind of go with either what they're told, or what society tells them, or what either their parents or their friends around them say to go for, and then they just kind of go with that. And many people, because of this, they end up being stuck in a position that they don't want to be in, whether it's a job that they don't like, whether it's in a specific relationship with someone that they're just not happy in, and as a result they just end up being just stuck essentially in a position that they don't want to be in. So the very first thing you got to really take note of is if you want to achieve, if you want to actually live a happy life in the long term, you want to actually be happy in the long term, you got to at least you got to have a you got to get clear of what it is that you want essentially. And by doing this, it's much it's much easier to actually get a plan going, and to actually start moving in that direction. Is you got to know exactly what it is that you want. And as I mentioned, too many people in this world, they don't know exactly what it is that they want. So it's very important that that you get clear of what it is that you actually want. So whether it's whether you are looking to have more free time, whether you're looking to make more money, whether you're looking to change your career, or whatever it is that you're looking to do, whether you're looking to start a business or grow your current business, online or offline, whatever it is that you're doing, you got to get clear of what it is that you actually want to achieve. And this is, like I said, it's very important if you actually want to live a much more fulfilled life in the long term. Is you gotta know what it is that you want. But anyways, yeah, that's really the first tip that I have there. If you see me looking to the side, I do have some notes jotted here. But the second tip, I want to get into this, and I probably should have had this here too. I guess I can kind of just use this one to just kind of show as an example. And I highly recommend you do this as well. Is that you have a daily journal that I actually haven't started writing in this one yet. This is just completely empty. But the second tip is to have a daily journal and start recording your progress. Now, why do I recommend this? I mean, this is something that I see very few people doing, but I initially got this idea when I was watching some sort of video, or no, I think it was like a webinar or something like that, where essentially, I think it was like I want to say around the end of 2017, someone was saying if you want to actually ensure that you are moving in the right direction, you want to track your progress, I think having a daily journal that you write in every single night is definitely something that you should consider, because for one, it helps you. You could, of course, jot down all your goals, your ideas, your daily tasks, etc. And by doing this, it could help with tracking your progress as you go. As you write in your journal every single night, it's very great for essentially jotting down everything that you are accomplishing, all of your ideas, and you could also list any sort of goals that you want to accomplish, whether it's each day, or also in the long term, within the next 6 months, within the next year, whatever the case may be. But this I highly recommend, because oftentimes it's very easy as you are going along. Obviously there's going to be And I'd say this is very common with, New Year's resolutions, which I actually did a video on a few days back. Most people, they don't exactly, stick with their New Year's resolutions. They end up, falling out of the new habit, very shortly after. Oftentimes, less than a month of starting this New Year's resolution, they aren't really, following up with it. And this is something where, if you have a daily journal where you are tracking your progress, oftentimes, when things start to get tough, and obviously whatever it is that you're going for, anything worthwhile that you are looking to change in your life, obviously there's going to be times where you question as to whether, things are going to work out or not. So I'd say this especially goes for, getting in better shape, growing a business online, especially. That's something where, you start it and, you aren't exactly, getting paid right away like you would in a traditional 9-to-5 job. But essentially, anything that you are going for that, you consider worthwhile and that you really want to change, of course, there's going to be a lot of times where you struggle along the way. And, there's going to be times where you feel like giving up. And during times like these, it's great to have a daily journal that you write in, because you could look through it, you could see what it is that you accomplished, you could look at your goals, and you could look at all your ideas. And this, for me, I'd say it helps to really, keep me motivated and keep me going. Anytime that I ever, feel any sort of negative, feeling about what I'm doing, or if I ever am doubting that things are going to work out, I could always look through the each day that I a few of the days that I went through, and see exactly how far I've come. And oftentimes it's easy to kind of think, well, if you aren't exactly getting the results you want right now in this current moment, it's very easy to think that nothing is working, and that you aren't really getting that much done. But really, oftentimes many people, they tend to what's the word, underestimate the amount of progress they're making, something like that. And when you actually take the time and you look at even if it's just something little you do each day to move you forward, that little something every single day is it can really add up over time, especially 365 days in a year. When you actually look back, if you record the entire year, where you are writing in a journal daily and you're listing all your goals and everything you want to achieve, it's very great for when you actually look back and you see everything that you've accomplished. Because when you do that, that already puts you ahead of most people who, they just dream about having a better life. They think, oh, if only I had this, if only I had more money, if only I had more free time, if only I, won the lottery or something stupid like that. I don't play the lottery. I don't believe in, getting rich through luck. But, essentially, when you actually take the time and you look back at all the things that you did, it's, really great, because, it really shows, even if it feels like you aren't getting as much done, you could, look through that and you could see, like, hey, I actually I've got a lot done. I've got going in the right direction, and this is really great for, keeping you motivated, during those tough times. So that's my second tip there is, you got to have a daily journal. And, I know not everyone will, not everyone does that, but it is something that I highly recommend, and it's definitely helped me with staying on the right track, is, having a journal, and, of course, writing my progress as I go along. I've been doing it for a little over a year now. I started January 1st, 2018, actually, and I've been essentially doing it like almost on a daily basis, except like, one time around like April or something, I got kind of lazy and I kind of stopped for a few weeks. But other than that, I've been fairly consistent. I've been doing that every single day, and yeah, that's really something. That's really my second tip there. But the third tip is, take consistent daily action. This is probably the most important aspect if you really want, the most important aspect to consider when you really want to make a drastic change in your life. Is you don't want to just write down a specific goal and then just kind of whatever. You want to actually work towards it every single day. You want to be jotting down those daily tasks that you plan to get done each day, And when you do that, you of course want to actually, you know, each day you want to actually, list down your goals, and then actually follow through with those tasks that you plan to complete. And that's really important, because as long as you continue moving forward and you continue working on making progress as you go, this, I'd say, is it really does help to actually continue moving yourself forward, is taking consistent action on a daily basis. And don't get me wrong, the whole planning, and of course having the right mindset is really important as well. And I'd say, in fact, when it comes to growing a business online, which if you're friends with me on here, or if you've been following me, you are most likely in some sort of online business, or you've thought about growing an online business at some point. But I'd say, in terms of running an online business, the mindset is very important. It's probably like, I'd say 80% of it, or maybe 90%. But of course, it takes more than just having the right mindset alone. You got to, of course, be taking action on a consistent basis in order to see those long-term results. Because if you're just kind of showing up, here and there, and just kind of expecting to, just get long-term results that way, it isn't really going to work out. If you're going to have, high standards, you got to be, your effort that you're putting in has to be, of high standard as well. Hopefully that makes sense there. But yeah, that's really my my 3 tips there. So if you are building any sort of online business, whether it's network marketing, affiliate marketing, whatever it is that you are promoting online, if you're promoting some sort of offer, and let's say that you are talking to new people every day, if that's something that you are listing down, and you say that, okay, yeah, I'm going to talk to this amount of people on a daily basis, that is something that you definitely want to follow through with. Now, for most people, I'd say that talking to people on a daily basis, and reaching out to new people, it can get somewhat exhausting after a while. And especially in my case, after a while of doing that, I started to get it kind of exhausted, and I kind of stopped for a bit. But actually, if you are looking for a way to, start attracting an audience of people to you, to know more about what it is that you do, I do have a free boot camp you can get access to. It's completely free, and it talks about attraction marketing. So if you ever wanted to grow your business online using attraction marketing, where you are essentially putting value out there to, an audience of people, rather than, the whole prospecting one-on-one, I could, of course, give you access to the course. Just go ahead and comment info. That is, if you are watching this live. Otherwise, if you're seeing this on replay, I'll probably have the link somewhere in the comments. So definitely be sure to look for it there. But anyways, hopefully you got value out of this. Really hope, you found this, helpful. If you did, feel free to share this with anyone who you feel could benefit. Either, share it on your timeline, or, you could, of course, tag, a friend's name in the comments, whatever the case may be. But anyways, I really hope you got value out of this, and take care.